a new year, and people may be looking to start a new career. You know, definitely to lose weight. But today, we're going to give a little attention to the spirit.
Yes, Mark Schaefer, our very good friend from MyVegas Magazine, is joining us along with a very special guest today, Shane Phillip, pastor of Crossing Church. Hi, you two. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good to
All
be
right,
here.
Mark, we got to start off with you, my friend. Catch us
Yes.
up. What's happening at MyVegas Magazine?
Well, January, the new year, is we all know it is about mind, body, and spirit, and so we wanted to take. Everybody is going to work and with sometimes a new job, a new career. Many of them are going to the gym to work out and get back in shape, and I thought, what about the spirit? 10 years ago, I walked into a church, Pastor Shane's church at Crossing, and it renewed my spirit completely, changed and transformed my life from the inside out, and I wanted to bring him on today and talk a little bit about the spirit and renewing the spirit. So Pastor Shane is one of my best friends and led me into the world of faith.
Cool. We love it. We welcome you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Pastor, tell us about Crossing Church. How long has it been here in the Valley, and what has it been like for you?
So we started the Crossing in the year 2000, so this is our 23rd year. We had a couple churches here in the Valley, Canyon Ridge Christian Church and Central Church, that helped launch us. And so we have our main location, and then we also have a secondary campus that we're able to use as well.
Yes, and we were talking a little bit behind the scenes. Tell us a little bit about your church. Like, what denomination is it? What kind of services do you do?
We are non-denominational, and so we are very casual, just a come-as-you-are type of place. I feel super dressed up right now because typically I would be in my jeans and hoodie or T-shirt or something like that.
Really?
But really just as we started it, part of it is we wanted people to have a safe place where they could feel comfortable just to come and start their next step with God.
Can we get to a little bit of spiritual stuff right now? Just in terms of this new year, if people are looking to kind of reset and move towards, I'll say, a lot of positivity in the year, you had some thoughts.
Well, here's the thing. We all watched Damar Hamlin as he had a cardiac arrest on the football field.
Right.
And the players were all praying for him. The ESPN analyst prayed for him on TV. Our entire country prayed for him. And you go, well, why is that? Well, that's because we tend to lean on God in a crisis, which is a great thing. We ought to. But what would it look like if that just became a part of our regular life? That if we begin to lean into God in the normal times of our life, what would begin to change? Because I think if it's a part of our regular life, then in that way, when difficult times hit, it just changes our perspective. It changes our trust in Him and what He's doing in us.
Can I just say that already made my whole day? What a way to kick off the year. The energy of a pastor. There's nothing like it, people.
Right.
It's amazing. And Mark, it makes sense as to why you would want to partner with him and feature this in your magazine, right?
100%. So in MyVegas Magazine, we have all these different sections on my restaurant, my health and fitness, and we're adding a new section called My Faith. And we want to spread the word and let you know it's okay to love God again. And it's okay to have a relationship with Him. And we just, with my renewed faith, I just feel it's compelled to let as many people as I can know about how awesome it is to have an awesome relationship with God.
That's wonderful. So it's part of what you are doing with MyVegas Magazine, which people can pick up all over the Valley.
Right.
You also really keep people up to date with what is going on. Tell us what's inside these pages of the magazine.
Well, we have all the best restaurants in Las Vegas. We have all the top lawyers once a year. We do. We feature some of the best industries, from your pets to people and everything in between.
Amazing. Pastor, I want to circle back with you because I think a lot of people are so nervous to first go to church, right? They're like, I don't know what to expect. There's certain protocols I don't know. How would you just encourage people not to be afraid and that your doors are welcome for everybody?
One of our values at the Crossing, as I talked about, is to come as you are. That we want to be a safe place for people to take their next step in their relationship with God. And honestly, I think for a lot of people, what keeps them from church, I think there's a couple things. Number one is they think everybody else has a perfect life. If everybody knew that my life was a mess, if they knew about me. And the truth is that's just not true. That all of us, that life's hard. And so all of us are trying to do the best that we can. And so there is a place for you. But honestly, I think a second thing is I think there's a lot of distrust with the church. I think there's a lot of people who've been hurt. And And when you think about the institution of the church, it's made up of people who, are just humans. I mean, we all kind of do stupid stuff. And it is trying to maybe move past some of those offenses so that you can begin to re-engage with a relationship with Jesus, with a relationship with God, and make that a part of your life, because we just believe, and I just believe that the closer you get to Jesus, the more your life will change. I just believe that at the core of my being.
Pastor, thank you for joining us. Mark,
thank you so much.
Once again, it's a pleasure.
Always a pleasure with you too,
Okay,
JJ.
we'll check in with you again
Ricky.
next month. Crossing Church, it is located on Windmill, their website, thecrossinglv.com. That's just one of their locations, as a matter of fact. Of course, you want to pick up a copy of My Vegas Magazine this month.